Hello friends and students. So today in today's class we will be discussing about breadboard, that is what are the key points you have to remember while using the breadboard or making any circuit on the breadboard or fixing any component on the breadboard. Because usually what I have seen in my career, while making circuit, while fixing the components, you make mistakes. So that those mistakes I'm just addressing today. It will be a short video. Please remember a few of the points. Like few of the points you have to remember. The first point, number one, you have to identify what are the vertical lines and what are the horizontal lines, right? So I will just tell you what is vertical and what is horizontal line. So you can see here each line has 5 points, 1 2 3 4 5. This is the vertical, okay, and this is horizontal. These are the horizontal lines. So horizontal also you have 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 points here, 5 points here. Likewise there is a gap and so on. Here also you have a gap between this and this lines. So vertical and horizontal lines, first you have to understand that point, okay. So I have just shown you in the figure here, these are the these are the horizontal and these are the vertical lines, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. You take any bus. Here also vertical and horizontal, only size is small, but the same arrangement will be there, okay. So this is clear. Second point is you have to identify which side you have to give power rail. Power rail in a sense plus and minus, that is supply or VCC we call it as. So please remember here the second point is power rail or lines plus or minus DC, okay. So you please remember the corner, the top, you have two rails here, okay, that is two vertical lines over here, from here to here, from here to here. So please use these two lines for your power section, okay. And this middle part, all five are this side of this side, you use it for fixing the components or making your circuit. So this two lines or that two lines over here you will use for your power supply, okay, plus and minus. So my suggestion would be, suppose if you are using this line, this vertical line from here up to this point, that is 1 2 3 4 5, up to 5 points it is connected. If it's remember, it will have total 10 lines over here, okay, 10 lines, okay, 10 sections, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, right, okay. So 5 section up to 5 I have just connected this wire up to this, it is connected internally. If you want to use all these line, you have to put one jumper, okay. What type of jumper you have to use? You use any wire jumper, any type of a jumper you can fix it. Like you want to continue it from here last point to this point, you just give connection and you can use those wires, like this is the jumper. Same thing you can use for the other wire, this thing also you can put jumper here also, okay, for that continuity line. Please remember one important thing, this line, that is this vertical line, is not connected to this vertical line. This vertical line is separate, this vertical line is separate, this vertical line is separate, this vertical line is separate. So separate, okay. So my suggestion would be, if you are taking positive on this side, this complete line is positive, my suggestion would be take this as a negative, right? If it is very important, then only you just take this as a negative. That means one side only you have positive and negative line. My suggestion would be, if you are taking positive on this side, you please take negative on other side. That is the point, okay. You keep in mind. So negative line, positive line. If you want to continue it till the end, you put a jumper, right? You can put a jumper from this thing. So positive and negative rail. That is the second point, okay, got it. So second point. Third point is, you can see here I have just connected here. What is the third point? Correct fixing of component, transistor, IC and diode. This is very important. You have to fix it properly. The component has to be fixed properly. Suppose I will just tell you, suppose you have a diode, okay, you want to fix a diode. Suppose there is a diode like this, okay, this is a LED diode, this is LED diode, okay, this is LED diode, that is one is lengthier and one is shorter. So the lengthier one is positive, this is one is negative. While fixing it, if suppose negative, you have taken this one as a negative or that one as a negative, so fix it properly like this. I have to put in on the negative side, and this I can put it to the positive side, right? Likewise. Okay, got it? You please see the negative has been connected to the negative line, negative rail, and positive is been connected to positive, right? Right? Don't connect positive and negative. Suppose negative and positive you have taken it here, don't connect positive and negative directly here. Why? Because usually we'll put a resistor in series with the LED. Okay, so use this line and then you can use the resistor afterwards. Okay, so this is the arrangement. One, suppose you want to fix a transistor. So please tell me, I am fixing a transistor. So is it a correct way? You can see here. No, wrong. The correct way is this. Got it? The correct way is like this. You have to fix it. Okay. So all the components you have to keep it in mind. Let it be emitter base collector. It should be fixed like this, because if you are fixing like that, that means emitter base collector are getting short. Please remember, emitter base collector are getting short here. Okay, because it is coming on one line, so you are shorting this thing. Okay, so likewise you have to small things you have to take care of the things. Okay, next, how to fix the IC on this? Suppose. So there is a gap in between. You can see here there is a gap in between. This is the gap. Okay, this is the gap. Okay, this is the side of the IC pins will be at this side and one side should be this side. So you should not fix it somewhere here. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, so IC, how should it will come? It will be one side. It will be this side and one side. So separate pins. Right. This is now what we call it as a horizontal. This is a horizontal pins. Okay, these are vertical pins. So horizontally in the gap you have to fix it. Let it be a smaller IC, let it be a bigger IC. You can see here in the I fixed a bigger IC in this. You can see there is a bigger IC on this. So you see the gap and the IC connection over here, right? Okay, so likewise you have to keep it in mind first. So this is the second point. Like while fixing the capacitor also, like any components, right? So you have to fixing the component, transistor, IC, diodes. I just showed you. Let it be any type of a diode. You have to fix it properly. The next point you have to use, you have to remember is using third point is polarity. Okay, polarity of the capacitor. Suppose there is a positive and negative of the capacitor. You can see here this is the negative point. Okay, I will just show it to you. This is the negative point. Okay, so this is negative. This side is negative, naturally other side is positive. Okay, the leads here are very small, but usually what happens, you will get a bigger lead bus. So please remember while fixing the component where you are fixing the negative and where you are fixing the positive. Okay, so this is one has become a negative line. You can see this side it has become negative line. Okay, this is negative line and this side become positive line. So this one positive line, one negative line. Okay, capacitor usually if the leads are smaller, you don't use this positive and negative line. You can use it, but this leads are smaller. So if I cannot connect it like this, like positive or negative or positive like this, I cannot connect it. So use this rail, not like this. Please remember, again I am telling you, this is wrong, right? This is wrong. If you connect it like this, it is wrong, because negative positive is getting shorted up. So it should be one line this side on the out of this 5 points, and other line should be other line. Okay, because this line doesn't join the other adjacent line. All the 5 lines, all these lines are separated. Okay, right? Here it is joining up to 5 points, but here it is separated. That's why we use these 2 areas for fixing the components. Okay, so this polarity I have just shown you using jumper wires. Now, what is jumper wires? These are the jumper wires. Please remember, jumper wires are a stiff type of wire that is specially made for putting it on the breadboard. Stiff wire mesh, that is, it's not a multi-stand. Please remember, it is not a multi-stand. Okay, so you have to use those wires. Suppose you want to give connection. Suppose I have fixed a transistor. I will just show you where I have fixed the transistor. Suppose I want to I have fixed a transistor over here. Okay, I have to give connection to the supply to the transistor, or I have to make it ground. Okay, so suppose identify which one is the ground. Emitter is there. So emitter, I am just connecting emitter from here and giving it to the ground. Right? Got it? Press it hard so that it goes inside and the connections are properly done. That is the fifth point, the fixing or connecting the jumpers properly. Okay, you can just take the size and you can cut it down. You can take the size and you can cut it down. So emitter to negative. Okay, negative. Okay, if it is positive, collector to positive, so you can connect it. Usually what happens, you while taking the jumper wire, you should remember, you use color codes, like black is for negative and red is for positive. So collector I am connecting from here to the positive line on the other side. Right? You got it? So collector to positive. Please remember, collector to positive. So likewise you have to use this wire, that is stiff wire, that is, we call it as a jumper wire. Okay. Now after fixing all these components, please remember, double check, especially the positive negative part. You have to double check it. Positive negative has been connected properly, the supply has been given correctly, all the components which has been connected, it is connected properly or not.